get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish, better. Well, not better. Because
the spirit of mama coming out already.
I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know. You said they were doing things better.
Relax. Relax, mama. Relax. Chill out. Let him speak.
I want to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm going to change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people, for the culture.
What a mess.
Not better. For the culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better.
I don't care about the culture. Don't care. If you don't like what I say, you're in your feelings and you're judging me. I'm not judging no one. I'm just here, listening, putting my 2 cents in.
I was
to
dating
get out
Puerto
your
Rican,
feelings.
I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable
Give me some examples.
Oh, man. I mean,
let's see examples.
Their mannerisms are different. Like, even my Indian one was from Syria, one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Ruth Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a dip.
I mean, they probably still care about the money, honestly. It's just that, they're... The word is not coming to me now. But they're not being overtly about it. But it's there. It's there because women want a man that can lead. And you're supposed to lead.
Difference. Not better. But sometimes we get tired of hearing,
You know what?
Bags,
you did. Oh, yes.
Colombian.
I remember now. He was saying when you take an American woman, you need to take her to Ruth Chris, these high expensive place. That's funny because guess what? It's man I've made that the standard to listen to women. And guess what happened when you listen to a woman? Anytime a man listens to a woman, he will suffer. Right? You are going to take a woman out, these expensive and nice dinner. But guess what? She already knows she can control you. She already knows she got you wrapped out on her finger. You're just meeting this woman. She's not even your wife. And you're taking out to expensive dinners, taking her on trips, flaunting all your money on her. But guess what? Another guy's probably doing it. Because guess what? She's probably not a woman of God. No woman of God is going to come in and be like, take me here, take me this, and demand all of these things from you. She's going to understand that I want to get to know this guy and see if he's a man of God and if he can properly lead me. And you're supposed to be looking at this woman and have discernment about her to see, is she a Jezebel? And also see if she can take care of the home for you and raise your kids properly. Well, raise your kid properly, but because you passed on love from yourself, from God to her, she'll be able to raise your kid properly. But let's see what's happening here. And listen, man, if you're gonna take a woman out on a date, go for a walk, go for a coffee. Do the minimum. She's not your wife. She's not obligated to your money. If anything, and you tell her you're gonna go in coffee and go for a walk or go by the beach, and she said no, you already know she ain't the one, my guy. You already know. So just move on.
They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, working bags.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand.
Keyword, feel like.
That. Right. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model
bait? What the? She's a manipulative woman. Stay away from women like that.
From Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're gonna get that. If you're gonna meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're gonna find that out a lot earlier on that was important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires.
Don't be going on dating apps in the first place. You're not supposed to go look for a woman, because when you go and look for a woman and you say you want a woman, the devil will give you a woman. He will give it to you. It's not from God, because God said, seek the kingdom of God and everything will be added to you. You yourself is going to go look for it yourself. You will get what you want, and it ain't going to be good.
You know, I'm saying,
and it's because I've done it. Me, myself, I've done it. And I catch pure hell for it. I feel good at first, which is feelings, but it felt good at first, was great. And then it was miserable after, because, you were searching for love. And what we think is love is not love.
These things because it feels as if social media, again, is the barometer. Okay, and it's the comparison, and when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean...
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Grandma's like, what's BBL?
I was wondering, I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me?
And there's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
No, I'm not.
She's technically right on that, because he's lusting after her, and he will get what he wants. He'll definitely get it, but he ain't gonna be fun.
I want to get your thoughts, Doc, and as well, Amy, as a woman dating or even considering, I think that a lot of times, we do value women, but when you talk about black relationships, I think we all come with some baggage. All right. Now, some of us have some baggage that's not gonna fit in the overhead compartment.
Baggage. If you work on yourself, actually, you won't come with baggage. That's the most interesting thing. Work on yourself, and you'll figure out you don't even have baggage. You just identify with these things in the world that you think is baggage. But work on yourself. If you have anxiety, if you have trust issues, if you have depression, all these bull crap off the world, God will take them away from you.
And some of us have some baggage that
anger, definitely. That you definitely want to get rid of. And the ego and pride.
You have to pay a whole lot more to get on this flight, right? But the reality of it is that's just who we are, and I'm talking about historic. Like if you're talking about being enslaved, where we were and how we engage each other, there's a lot of elements there. But it can be a little difficult because women have expectations in 2021 that they're watching, and they're very material expectations. I agree with you, Claudia, but I'm simply saying that
not all of them are material.
And I'm not trying to generalize.
It's just
women.
Most of the time it's pointing to American women are more material.
And it's America and it's society.
Not better.
Let's bring spirit into this.
And I gave you the space to even edit the better part, right? So and I'm with you on that. But
to be honest, any woman that's materialistic, you want to stay away from, because she only wants you for what you can do for her and what you have, not because you can lead her properly and lead her to the kingdom of God. Because guess what? You're going to get her that way. And then another guy's going to probably come around that has more than you and give her more attention, buy her more expensive gift. And guess what? She gone, man. She gone. Just like how you got her, that's the same way she's going to be gone. So don't do that.
Let's say this because you guys both tie in two really important pieces, right? You talk about women who are not African American women, and you talk about the experience and what is the influence here. You mentioned social media, but what you're really missing here is the piece that you talk about, the enslavement part. The culture and the trauma that African American men and women and children have faced in this country is like unlike any other group. And so when we talk about trauma,
What? Any other group? All people suffer with the same thing. Everyone suffer with the same thing. Because when you understand what's happening with you is happening with everyone else, how you won't have these terms that you're gonna throw out and be like, oh, this race suffer more than this race. No. Everyone suffer with the exact same issues.
what we know is that Black people have a lot of unprocessed trauma. We have a lot of hurt. We have a lot of harm, not just back then, but right now on the daily, right? And so one of the things that we talk about as professionals within my profession is we talk about how trauma impacts people. And so we love to say, Resma Miniking, one of my favorite colleagues, he says that trauma decontextualized within a person looks like personality. And that trauma decontextualized within a family looks like family traits. And that trauma decontextualized within a people looks like culture. Right? And so when you talk about how African American women present and what they need as it relates to security and finances and the finer things in life, and to look a certain way and to want a certain thing from their man and to have certain expectations, it's because of the trauma that we are still trying to survive. And when we talk about feeling beautiful and the BBA,
she's somewhat right. I don't know her professional, but it seems like she's a therapist, and therapists, they won't give you the root of the cause of this, right? This is my take on it. You don't have to accept it, but this is my take on it, right? Women and men traumatize their kids. And because they traumatize their kids, they didn't know how to love their kid, especially Black man. And men in general, you're looking for mama's love, which mama lied to you and told you that, and show you, oh baby, this is true love. She cuddled you. And by cuddling you and showing you this fake love that is not love, you think that is love. And you go out in the world and you try to find it in other women. But guess what? It does not exist. She lied to you, and every other woman out there will manipulate you and lie to you to get what they want about you. And as a mama's boy, you're going to go and tell her your weakness, and she's going to use it against you. She will use it against you. So, when it comes to this, just understand that everyone struggles with the same thing. You need to overcome your mom and dad. You need to go and forgive your mom for imposing her will onto you. And also forgive your dad for not protecting you from your mom, because he was a beta. He didn't know how to handle your mom. He didn't even, and how could he? He has a spirit of his mom from his generation. So it's actually passed down. It is passed down, but it's so deeper than what she's saying, right? And when you understand that, but to understand it, you have to first work on yourself. Work on yourself, and you will understand what is happening with every single person. Every single person is happening to you as well.
and the Birkin bags and the wanting the nice things and wanting their men to come with a certain level of care and a certain level of treatment and expectation. We are trying to connect. We are trying to heal with you. We are trying to.
No, that new all this Birkin, that just passed down through society, culture, and we just accept it. A lot of women identified and think, oh, that's so you're supposed to love me. That's not love either. That is not love. How is me buying you a bag, buy you nice trips, buy you a big house, giving you all this money and partying and, doing all of these things? How is that love? You only love what I can do. You think you love what I can do for you, but as soon as I stop doing it, all hell breaks loose. She's gonna go find someone that can do it. And when that person stops doing it, she's gonna go find the other person that can do it. She's going off her emotions, which are not good. Emotions are a lie. They will set you up and then they're gonna deceive you. It's from the devil. It's from the thought, then the emotion, and then the action. You understand me?
Build with you, but there's so much hurt and trauma that we all have that we don't talk about, that we don't even understand within ourselves, so that we can't find who we're compatible with, because who we're compatible with is traumatized versions of ourselves.
No, who you're compatible with is the person that represent your mom, which you hate as a man and as a woman. Because when a woman try to, mold a man in what she thinks she wants in a man, the man himself become a female and she end up resenting the man as well because it's a female trait. She's not a strong man. So, what a mess. Women, stop molding your man. You're turning a man into a female and you're going to end up resenting that man. Because it reminds you of mama. He's gonna be so emotional. It's like two female in a relationship.
Do you think that women and men, women that seek the materialistic things, items, the tangible things, and men that just seek the women for the aesthetics, do you think those are people that kind of just gave up on love and they're just like going for, all right, well, at least I can see this, I can grab onto this?
No, I think it's science. If you really want to know, we are part of the animal kingdom like anything else.
Women let me just answer this, because women like that, they don't know what love is. A lot of us don't know what love is, and that's the truth to that. A lot of us do not know love. We think we know love, but it's not. It's not love.
And so what the male species chooses is the thing that's biologically beautiful, because what it suggests from a DNA perspective is you're likely to bear my offspring and they will do well. It's survival of the fittest. And what the female species chooses is the male offspring that can provide the most security, because you're going to be able to protect me and our offspring and raise us and we will do well.
So we're not gold diggers, it's just...
What? Hold on.
Science.
It's literally biology.
What a mess.
Us and we will do well.
So we're not gold diggers, it's just science.
It's literally...
That's how you justify that? That's crazy.
Biology. It is literally biology. You see, listen.
That is not just biology. That's just programming. That is programming. Honestly. What the? So you're gonna tell me because I want a man that can do all of this thing, it's just survival? It's because you're living in your animal state. It's technically true because you're not understanding what is happening. You have identified with your survival skills for so long, it drives you. You go in your thoughts and it drives you to do all of these things. And man, if you're going to look for a woman just because she's beautiful, you're going to get a Jezebel. Just like Samson, man. Just like Samson. She's beautiful, beautiful hair, gorgeous woman. But that's on the outside. What is on the inside? What is on the inside? She's going to ask you your weakness 25 times. And you're just going to concede to her because you don't know how to deal with her. You're going to concede and then she's going to destroy you.
Listen, when you see the brothers out...
Because you listen to the woman.
out there with the rims and the flash and the money and the gold... They're no different than the male peacock that's showing his whole big pretty feathers. Look at me, look at me. And when you see the women that go, show me what you got, show me what you're working with. It's no different than the frog that ribbits the loudest, or the bird that chirps the loudest.
So what do you call a man that's just been providing that doesn't ask for nothing? What do you call guys like me who we don't ask for anything?
Oh, but you do.
How?
You may not ask it with your words, but your expectation is there. So when you say, I need that woman that loves me, I need that woman that has my back, so I don't have to say, hey, is that bacon and eggs there? Hey, are those clothes in the drawer?
Not cash-wise. Okay.
So when we talk about compatibility, right, one of the things that I love to say, an acronym that I use is rises, that some relationships rise, some fall. You want one that rises. Rises stands for the different types of intimacy that make us compatible.